Hi, my name is Tincup. I'm 19 and I produce EDM. My name is actually my last name, Tincup, so I just pulled it from that. It was pretty easy. I think I was 9 years old. I had a keyboard, you know, those electronic pianos that you can adjust and change to different stuff. I changed that to a the preset to like a hip hop drum kit, and I would just sit there all day while my parents had like old classic music on and like play drums to it and stuff. I always had a passion for music, and I made a few tracks. People told me they dug them, and I uploaded them to SoundCloud, contacted some of the the promoters, and they dug it too, and they started promoting it. That's probably the hardest question I get asked like on a daily basis, because I can't even really explain my music that well. Like I said, it's a blend of all my favorite types of stuff, like jazz, hip hop. If I had to explain it and like define it, I'd call it a mix of jazz, hip hop, with like dubstep and trap. You know what I mean? First, I started out making hip hop, and so I looked to big artists, you know, not to sound, you know, like mainstream or whatever, but like Mac Miller. I really dug him at first. I looked at a lot of the producers like Lex Luger, just all those guys, and then from there, I heard Rusko and sort of that like wonky, swanky sort of like dubstep sound, and that shit just like I loved it from there. Wanted to go EDM. Yeah, actually, I have to shout Troy Boy. He is, I don't know, I just could take a lot of influence from him. He uses effects like in different ways I've never heard. Troy Boy, and then my parents definitely, you know, they just have been awesome. Definitely Luminox. I have to go straight to him because, yeah, Luminox is dope. Favorite Luminox song would have to be Rattle. It's an old one, but yeah. I like weird music, and I like to see how many things I can combine and still make it sick, so I pretty much just try and pull inspiration from anything. It could be any time. Like sometimes I'll sit there, I'll just have an idea out of nowhere, and I'll sit down in like 20 minutes and jot it all down on the computer. And then for like a week I'll go back and keep, you know, editing it and clean it up and stuff like that. So anywhere from like 20 minutes to like 2 days. That's sort of the same process every time though. Favorite song? If I had to choose one, I like them all, but if I had to choose one, I'd go with Black Coffee, just because it was unique and I've never like gone about making a song that same process, you know what I mean? It was really different, it was cool, it was fun. The signature, I actually made that myself with a program just I found on the MacBook. I think it's text edit, but I messed around with a bunch of shit, you know, tried to save it different ways and it worked, I got that, so. The samples I use are really different and random. The way I go about the whole structure of my songs are really different. And I'll just find weird sounds anywhere, basically like YouTube, you know, sound library, websites, stuff like that. I'll chop the audio file that I get from the website and put it in the sampler and then go from there, you know. I don't try and like limit myself. I basically just, if I have an idea, I go with it and I make it work with the song instead of, you know, putting restrictions on myself and saying, no, this is a trap song, so I can't do that. Biggest tune? Yeah. I'd have to say Like You, probably, for a few reasons. It was unexpected for one, like people didn't expect me to drop a dubstep track, you know? And two, I really like had sort of a plan with that song and sort of a sound that I wanted to go for, and I like stuck with that the whole time and really focused on like making it crisp and clean, the song, instead of just adding a bunch of shit, if that makes sense. Actually, probably my synth in Sour Diesel, the drop synth. I thought that was pretty crazy. I actually accidentally came up with that too. I chopped an audio sample, put it in the sampler, and like pressed play by accident. What up, this is is Tincup. Thanks for watching. Go download all my music www.soundcloud.com/gotincup. It's all free and it's dope. Go to whenthebeatdropz.com. God bless.